Hi everyone, welcome to the Hidden City NUS TED Talk. My name is Maricelle and I'm a songwriter, and I was originally actually from NUS too. So how many of you guys are from NUS? Hands up. Nice, very nice, because it is, after all, the best school in the world, not just Singapore. So I want to share a little bit about Pursuit, which is my baby, and it's an extension of myself. It is a manifestation of my thoughts, my experiences ever since I left NUS, and I hope that you will enjoy what I have to share today. But first, I want to start off with something called Love Drunk. Love Drunk is my first single out of the EP that I released in January, and this song I wrote, actually, the last of all 5 songs. This song it means a lot to me because it's about love. And whether or not we are falling in love or out of love, it's still love, right? In some ways. Being brokenhearted doesn't mean you're not in love. It's just a different form. And I felt like everybody was thinking or writing or singing about romantic love. And I didn't feel like love had to be just happy. It could also be sad. It could also be just about moments that we had. And not all love has to last forever. So in some senses, this was about falling in and out of love. And I would like to dedicate this music video right now that I'm going to play to all of you guys. And I hope you guys like it.
Never been higher. I feel like I'm dreaming. You make me believe that life is worth living. Everything's easy when we are together. Pull me in close. It's a sweet surrender. And I just want to be here. Slow now, I feel like I'm falling. I don't understand what you are saying. Expectation is far from the truth, and it's a bitter pill. It comes over me, and I feel it in my bones, and it takes over, and I'm losing control. Love drunk on you. Love drunk on you. Love drunk on you. Love drunk, got me love drunk on you. It's a beautiful lie that things stay the same. How can you tell me to forget? Was this all in my head? Like a hit and run after taste lingers on my tongue. So let's get high on love. Say all the things we don't say so bad. Love drunk on you.
Thank you for watching. So that was actually my first experience working on anything visual as a project, and it was really interesting for me to do that. I would like to talk a little bit about the pursuit, which for me, like I was saying earlier, was a manifestation of my experiences. So pursuit, why did I entitle it Pursuit? To me, the pursuit is important because I wasn't really sure of a lot of things, not having explored enough and always having the curiosity to learn and know more. And that's always been something that I felt was at the root of my being. And the pursuit of happiness and the pursuit of pursuing things or finding purpose at all is really important because if not, that just makes life more interesting and helps us to find ourselves in between. So these are the many titles of the 5 songs that I put on my EP. And the EP was a journey of finding myself and learning more and experiencing things and a period of self-growth. So I started off with Lucky Ones, which was talking about being optimistic and seeing the good in all the bad. I was very stressed out when I was in NUS, no lie. I was in mechanical engineering and taking classes from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., snacking in class. I know that's not something you're supposed to do, but I did it anyway to just, finish school in time. And I was so tired one day, I thought, wow, that's actually quite a lot that we have to be lucky for. And then that was the perspective. Later on, I moved on to LS therapy and the awakening of understanding what was out there and what was to be curious about. So then from there, I moved on to the quick fix, and which was talking about the toxicity and what else made me positive. And I ended off with Love Drunk as the last song that I wrote on my EP. Everybody was like, oh, there's no love song on your EP, so I wrote one, not necessarily the romantic kind, but it's there. I would like to show you this song that I wrote called Quick Fix, and it starts off with an argument.
I've been here just waiting for you. All you can say is, what do you want me to say?
Look, I don't need this right now. I have a lot to think about, and this is just not something that I should be thinking about.
Why don't you ever commit to anything?
I don't commit to anything. Have you seen my job? I'm committed to my job.
You don't give a shit. You don't care. You just don't give a shit about anything,
I work my
right?
ass off every single day for you.
I just don't care about your job or whatever. I just want you to stay here with
I
me.
can't stay with you for the last time. It's the job.
You don't
I have the job.
Breathe your smoke out, blow it at the clouds. Starving soul slowly come down. Gave up looking for the one. Loaded with an empty gun. Sober while you're tripping on truth. Liquid courage, hungry hearts rule. Late night thoughts, a perfect crime. Throws me out of my mind. Oh, 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 oh. I don't wanna be a quick fix, quick fix. No, oh, oh, oh. I don't wanna be a quick fix, quick fix. No, oh, oh, oh. Sick of all the little cheap tricks, cheap tricks. Oh, 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 oh. I don't wanna be a quick fix, quick fix. Could we just go to the start? Forget beginners and I. You've got too many broken parts. Let me mend your fragile heart. If this is not what you want,
What do you want me to say?
Maybe we
I've
just
been
pause
here
the
just
track.
waiting for you. All you can say is, what do you want me to say?
Look, I don't need this right now. I have a lot to think about.
Okay, so with all the technical difficulties, I think I'm just gonna move on. Feeling a little bit as though things will mess up. But this is exactly what the pursuit is about. Even though things mess up, we still go on. Am I right? And I guess you guys got the idea of the quick fix to me. It it was something very toxic. And everybody there was all hung up on the hookup culture. So thank you for putting up with the technical difficulties and for listening anyway. So the quick fix to me, ironic, is one of the most aggressive and thematic songs for me because it was about something that I truly believed in, about finding that truth in the middle of everything else that is chaotic. It doesn't matter that everybody else doesn't think so, as long as you do. And that's all that matters. In engineering terms, we call this blowing the whistle. But then that's not really, that's kind of a far-fetched notion, yes. So I want to move on to something else, Alice therapy. You might not be able to see the slide, but I think it was shown before I got on stage. So Alice therapy, to me, is also something that I found while I was traveling overseas. And I came across this really beautiful phrase called La vie en rose, which literally means life in pink. And to me, that meant when you're in love and you love someone or something, a hobby, whatever it is that keeps you going, that makes your life so much more interesting. It drives you. And for me, that's pursuit. That is music, and that's also my self-journey. And while I was thinking about this notion, I thought about why travel at all. We end up in the same place. So back to my story about why I had to squish classes from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with no break in between. And keeping in mind that engineering modules are kind of no joke, for me at least. It taught me that anything is possible if you just try. And I took one semester off to travel around Vietnam. So what I did was, at that time, there was a big flood in Vietnam, and there were a lot of victims that were left homeless, orphans, left stranded. And I went there with a big group of people, and we tried to raise awareness for environmental friendliness because they had a lot of soil erosion and a lot of problems. And we also tried to raise a lot of money to rehabilitate and relocate a lot of the people. And that was something that really made me understand that life is so much more. Like what skills we have can be given to so much more. And so that was one of the most eye-opening experiences for me. And I came back and I was like, okay, I can do this. I can still graduate on time. And I did it. So there's really nothing that you cannot do if you put your mind to it. I thought it was impossible, but once you do it, you do it. So going back to the theme of Alice therapy. Why travel at all if you're going to end up in the same place? We travel so that we can open our eyes to things around us the way we don't usually do, going about routine and seeing the same things and building the same assumptions over assuming to see the same things over and over again. So travel to see new colors, new perspectives, and bring that back. Because even though you go and you come back to the same place, it doesn't mean the same thing as never leaving at all, definitely. And you bring back with yourself those perspectives, and you know that you are different. You've come back slightly different. And apply that when you come back to whatever it is that you're doing. And maybe not the exact things you learn, but the way of learning. So this is my song, Lucky Ones, that I will be singing for you. But if it stops halfway, I might ask you guys to sing along with me. So Lucky Ones, I started to write this in my last year of university, and I was so tired of just studying all the time and trying to catch up that I wanted to remind myself to be grateful and always look at the bright side of things. So this is Lucky Ones.
At
guys for coming down and listening to my music. And I truly am lucky to have all of you guys here. I hope you enjoyed everything I had to share today. And I have a concert in April. I hope you guys will come. It's April 20th at Esplanade, and I hope to see you guys there. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.